Hey guys, and welcome back to the Dangerous Mind Academy. I am your man, Denton Daly, and interesting topic to talk about today, man. We're going to talk about something that very few athletes know the difference about, okay? And that is coaching versus mentoring, all right? Coaches versus mentoring. But before we get into that, I got to tell you guys a real quick, funny story. So one of my clients, after my last email, she messaged me and she said, this is the last email that I received, and I got to ask you a question on this, which is okay, right? Like, she literally wrote it like that. So I said, yes, what is your question? And she's like, so why do you have that ugly ass clock behind you when you're doing your videos? So I'm like, listen, I was dying. First I was dying, but then I messaged her and I was like, listen, that clock was a gift from a really close friend. But aside from that, I feel that the clock is everything you need to know about your athletic career, because let's face it, the athletic career and the duration of your athletic career is very short, whichever way you look at it. By the time you climb the ladder and you look around and you're in that pool of success, and it closes real quick and you're still young, you know what I mean? So that clock is a constant reminder of my clients that, you know what, time is everything, because you've heard it before. Our greatest commodity is time. You're just not going to get it back, right? So we got to spend our time wisely, get with the right people to help us achieve our goals, and knock down these barricades, smash these walls, and get to it. Okay. All right. So back on topic, right? So we got coaching versus mentoring, and there's three main differences that you need to know. Okay. Three main differences. Once you know these differences, you'll know what direction you want to go in your athletic career, okay, or in your life. So the three distinct differences are time, goals, and frequency. All right. So the time refers to the time spent with an individual, like that's like day to day, you spend with someone. And then you have goals referring to the specific outcome. Okay. What's the specific outcome of the individuals? Okay. And then you got the frequency, refers to the number of sessions or meetings. All right. And we'll get further into that, so to explain those a little better. Okay. So the coaching is typically over a shorter duration. All right. Give you a quick example of this. It's like a season, right? Let's say you're a basketball player. At the start of the season, the end of the season, you're coached during that season, during that 3-4 month window. All right. And then after, you might join a hockey team or football or something, and you have another coach, right? That's coaching. Okay. And some people are very comfortable with being coached by multiple coaches throughout their career. Sometimes it's necessary, right? If one coach is not performing, or their team sucks, or whatever the situation is, and you want to get on another team, it's your prerogative. But that's what coaching is all about, okay? It's all about developing your skill set for a short duration for a common goal or for an outcome, all right? Next one is mentoring, right? So mentoring is more of a long-term commitment, okay? It's definitely a long-term commitment. And you, instead of seeing the person every day, you have scheduled informal meetings. So for example, let's say I give you a task to do or to complete to, better develop you, or whatever the situation is. We're not going to meet every day, right? Because you need time to implement that, right? We need time to implement that. So there's going to be time. And then once you've implemented it, or you feel you're in a good spot, then you call back, or we meet again, and then we move on, right? Get into a different area of your life, or trying to improve whatever, okay? So your long-term, it's a long-term investment in the individual. It can be an employee. It's also a long-term investment in the coach or the mentor, right? Depending on who's doing what, right? So the reason why this long-term investment is happening, because as a mentor, you need to see the change in attitude and behaviors of the client, right? You need to see where they are, right? It could be, let's say you're a really skinny guy, and you want to get big and muscular and compete in, Mr. Universe or whatever, if there is one. that person needs to mentor you and see those changes in the way you live your life, basically, to get to the point where you are going to start winning these competitions, right? Goals are normally chosen by the individual once you're a mentor. So if we go back to the coach, just, if you show up to, a basketball tryout or a football training camp or something, the coach is going to automatically assume that you can play football or you can play basketball, or you wouldn't be standing there. Hockey, whatever the situation is, right? But as a mentor, it doesn't matter what that is. It doesn't matter what you choose to do, because they're not developing physical skill sets. In most situations, there are some mentors, like I had mentors who helped me with the physical aspect as well as the mental. But for most people, the mentors are usually from the mindset and for completing tasks as you go through a program with them to, get you from where you are now to where you aspire to be. Okay. So that's what it's all about when you're a mentor. It's all about moving that person. I would be considered a mentor 100%, because I mentioned in an earlier email that I'm not stepping on any coach's toes or anything like that. I'm just trying to get your mind right using the experiences that I've had and what I've been around. All right. With my personal experiences, I've had Lennox Lewis, great mentor. Man, I remember some conversation just sitting down and talking to him about, it could be the littlest thing. He'll just look at me and say something like, "What are you thinking right now?" You know what I mean? But coming from him, it's like you like you should be thinking a certain way, because you either have a fight coming up, for me as a boxer, or what have you. But he just wanted to know what you were thinking. And, right away, your defenses go up and you think it's about boxing. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it can just be breathing, because, he taught me how to breathe properly, to clear my mind and to focus. So that's more mental or mentoring type stuff and behavior from someone. Coaches, I mean, you guys I know you guys right now don't have coaches that tell you how to breathe or any of the mental aspects of the game. They just tell you to get it done and work hard and go hard and stop this person or score this goal or what have you, right? They don't invest in that, because it's a long-term investment, right? But the mentoring side, the long-term investment goes further than sports, right? It goes into your life. The way that I teach, it's about conquering your goals now and being in position to conquer your goals in your future. So when you're finished your sport, a lot of athletes, I mean, let's face it, we all have that stigma around us that, athletes can only do one thing. They're you're only good at that one thing. Let's see what happens when you're finished your sport. That stigma is always going to be there, because it's unfortunate we have a lot of ignorant people out there. But sometimes they're right, okay? I'm going to look at you and tell you, like, sometimes they're right. So when you do get with a mentor, make sure that you are learning life skills as well, because the people that I teach, I'm not going to stop teaching you until you know what you're going to be doing after your sport. And I know it's hard to think now because most of you guys are young, but the older clients that I have, they understand what I'm saying. We're going to get you going, and you're going to know what you're going to be doing after your sport. You're not going to just be that dumb athlete that comes through a program, gets better in their sport, and then they have nothing to offer the world after they retire. All right? So with that said, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Sorry it's a little longer than I projected it to be, but till the next video, we've got some interesting topics to speak about. And guys, it's Dangerous Mind Academy signing out. So y'all take care.